oracle reading today. It's 1 o'clock Eastern, and I'm waiting for people to get on. I'm making myself a cup of tea, and it's a beautiful day, absolutely gorgeous. We're so lucky to be here, aren't we? And just gotta find my honey and waiting for people to get on. So we'll see how many people get on. It is kind of a midday type of thing. When people are racing, it is so weird today. People are driving like they're trying to save their own lives, like the apocalypse is upon them. It's insane. Hey Jennifer, how are you? So let's wait for people to get on. It's not going to be a long live. There's no need for it to be a very long live, but I don't want to repeat myself, and I know that people want to. Oracle readings and tarot readings are usually in high demand. I do when I'm called to do it. I don't do it to make money off it. It's just to help you guys with some messages you might need to hear. So share the live if you can. I am a humanist, so I do get shadow banned because sometimes I say things that the powers that be don't want to hear, which I get. They don't want me to say for whatever reason. But share the live. I've shared it with some of my people. And let's wait until we get at least 15 people, and then I'll start the reading. If you're going through a separation, right? This reading is probably for you, okay? If you're going through a separation and you become transcendental, this reading may be for you. We're going to see what the messages are from power. And the feeling I'm getting that some of you being attracted to this reading are doing okay. You're not suffering. Some of you that are suffering because you're looping. Your the monkey mind is replaying shoulda, coulda, woulda scenarios in your twin flame journey. And that is massive pain that you're creating. Suffering sometimes. Good evening, how are you? Oh my God, yes, that is evening. How are you? I'll call you later so we can talk about the mechanics of what we want to do, huh? Anyway, so the oracle readings, usually I use very robust oracle cards. I only use, for the most part, I would say 99% of the time, oracle cards from Alana Fairchild, because I feel like she's very, very right on point. She's powerful, she's passionate, she's not afraid to just pull out the stops, you know, and I like those kinds of messages. Usually that's what oracle cards are there to do, is to kind of kick you in the butt or gently coax you out of your fear zone into your power zone. That's the reason why oracle cards are so wonderful, if you're buying the right kind. And some of them are just fun, you know, let's be honest. Sometimes you do want some candy. But for the purpose of this reading today, I'm going to use Alana Fairchild. And I keep getting flashed in the front, you know, the mind's eye, Earth Warriors. I'm not even in my room yet. I'm actually making myself tea while I wait for people to come on. But yeah, they keep flashing Earth Warriors. So apparently that's the deck we're going to be using today. And then I will be go ahead and using a tarot. We'll be doing a tarot reading. Love Alana Fairchild. The oracle cards are incredible. Absolutely. I just got the new deck, Divine Feminine, from her. Yes. I think I damn near have all of her decks, including she's got a quartz crystal deck. I don't know if you guys know that. And it's an intense deck. That deck, man, it goes into detail. We're talking about it's a Bible. There's so much information. And they're quartz crystal connected to archangels, different archangels. And I forgot the name of the deck because I don't have it in front of me. But congratulations on getting that deck, Divine Feminine. That is a good deck. And I think because I'm seeing two Divine Feminine type of decks though. I'm trying to think. Anyway, usually I also use human. What is it called? Human Consciousness 1111. That was one that I was using a lot. And my favorite deck is the Kali deck. You know, her Kali deck is just amazing to me. I love that deck. It's very robust. I have her Kuan Yin deck, and the Kuan Yin is set in Tibet, It's beautiful. It's a beautiful card. It's a very soft energy of beautiful motherly, grandmotherly, feminine energy. That's the Her Kuan Yin deck, and it's gorgeous, and you may want to look at it. So give me a few minutes. I want to see if we can get at least 15 people. Share the live, please. Share the live, because some of us are being shadow banned. This is not just all I do on TikTok. I use TikTok also to talk about ascension, about the 1%, about our rights of to be autonomous and not be controlled by big government, and the unfairness of the homeless status, and how we have been shamed to think it's our fault. Bootstrap theory, all that garbage is garbage. So I do get shadow banned. So if you can share the live, that would be brilliant, because somebody out there needs the message badly. So now let me look for Earth Warriors. Here it is. All right. So give your angels, guides, and allies permission to guide you in the session. We're doing a collective session. And hang on for a quick second. And as usual, I am going to ask you to Rumi. Yes, I have 2 decks of Rumis, one for my son, one for myself. That's how much we love the Rumi deck. Yeah, he loves the art as well. All right. I never get a live notification from here. You're going to have to set it up where you can. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know how to get live notification from people. But which Alana Fairchild deck do you recommend for someone's first deck? The Kali deck. I'm going to tell you straight up. The Kali Oracle deck. That's the first deck I would get, because it kicks ass. It absolutely kicks ass, and it will give you incredible information. Absolutely no doubt about it. And you need to look at Kali as Pachamama, as Mother Gaia. It's a Hindu-based deck, but you will get it, and it's fantastic. It's incredibly well written. Profile page, bell on the top right to get notification. Thank you, my love. Profile page, bell on the top right to get notification. So I love the White Light Oracle. I have that one too. I'm telling you, I have damn near all her decks. I didn't pack all of them. I packed Lightworker Oracle deck and Lightworker Oracle deck 2, which is 1111. And has this beautiful man, African-American man with gold eyes on it. And the Kuan Yin deck, the Earth Warrior deck, which we're looking at right now. All right, let's settle in, my friends. Glad to see you. Thank you for sharing the live. So when you're ready, you're going to pick from the top, bottom, or middle. Top, bottom, or middle. All done. Still nothing. I found it. I'm purchasing it today. Thank you. You're welcome, my love. Okay, when you're ready, top, bottom, or middle, majority gets the pick. Okay? Thank you for sharing the live, Budsy. Really appreciate that. When you're ready, middle. Okay, I'm stopped. Middle. Okay, middle. I'm just going to go with the middle. 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 Perfect. Okay, awesome. Brava. The card is called Mama Kia Mandala of the Moon 35. Okay. 35 in Kabbalah numerology is the number 8. And 8 is paying karma. Okay? It's karma. You may have betrayed yourself in past lives. You may have betrayed. In fact, you may be betraying yourself in this life, meaning you're not doing what you really, 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 really want to do. Right? You're doing what's expected of you. You're being the good boy or good girl, right? So 8 also isn't just about paying karma for other things you may have done in a past life, like you were a warrior, you annihilated a village, that kind of karma. No, we're not talking about that. It's not always that. Sometimes that number comes up because you have karma to pay to yourself. You have to give restitution to yourself, okay? All right, let's read it. When I read this, I always tell my clients to close their eyes so that they can hear with their bodies, their whole cellular system. And I will pause, and sometimes I will explain things that I'm getting downloaded to share with you, okay? Okay, 35 Mama Kia, mandala of the moon. I, the lunar mother, brings you my mandala of the moon to manifest through the law of magnetic attraction. My mandala is the sacred portal through which your dreams, intentions, and visions shall pass into the wholeness of being, from the realm of inspiration into the world of form on earth. There is no need for doubt or concern, for even the appearance of delay. Did you hear that? Let's go back. There is no need for doubt or concern, for even the appearance of delay signifies that the divine feminine mystery is at work, with timing unfolding according to a higher. Did you hear that? With timing unfolding according to higher loving wisdom. Understand that. It's funny because I just did a video on my house and 369 project, the book I'm really asking you guys to consider either picking up or buying. By the way, if you buy it from me, you help the channel. I'm going to be blunt. It took me 4 years to buy a house once I did the 369. In other words, I knew that it was coming. I didn't know if it was going to be in America. I didn't know what state. I didn't know what country. I was surrendering, but I knew how many bedrooms I wanted, and I wanted acreage. My point is, in divine timing, trust that a falling away is meant to be. Have faith in you divine works being born. Have faith that what you want is being prepared. That what you want, you're not ready for yet. That what you want is already being experienced in another timeline. And all you have to do is sit and accept it and know it's yours. And just patiently go about your business, my friend. In a reading, this oracle brings a sign that creative works will reach fulfillment. Relax with trust and the positive expectation that all your needs will be met. This makes it easier for abundance to flow and for all earthly and spiritual matters to fall into place according to great and loving higher intelligence. Things are changing, even if you cannot see the physical evidence of this as of yet. Trust that your actions are leading you into a better way of life. Rely on the universe. Did you hear that? Seriously, did you hear that? I'm being told that you guys need to write down in a big piece of gorgeous paper, put it by your desk, I rely on the universe for my abundance. I'm being told to tell you that. I rely on the universe for my abundance of love, health, and wealth. Because without love, who cares about wealth? Without health, who cares about wealth? So love is always the first point of abundance, and your health, and then your wealth. Rely on the universe, and you shall see how all things come together according to a timing and higher order that suits you. Not your ego you, your soul you. In ways even better than you could have imagined by yourself, because your ego is very dense. My ego is very dense. Our egos are very dense. And we want when we want it. We're like little petulant children, our egos. But our soul knows what we need. Spirit knows what we need. The universe understands the timing. Trust the timing. Spiritual guidance. Mama Kila is the moon mother of the Quechuan people of the Peruvian Andes. When we are very focused on something that we want to happen, we can become impatient and try to control the process. Did you hear that? We may logically assume which steps should come next. If that fails to fall into place as we expect it would, we can make further incorrect assumption. To fall into place as we expect it would, we can make further incorrect assumption. People will call me when I was working for this 800 number thing as a side gig. I want to win the lotto. Will I win the lotto? And my question was to them, do you want to win the lotto or do you want to have money? Because you see, if your intention is to win the lotto and you're only manifesting winning the lotto, and it's not your fate to gain money through the lotto, but from other means, then you're not going to win shit. You've just neutralized the energy of what you want. What you want is okay. Let me continue. When we are focused on something that we want to happen, we can become impatient and try to control the process. We may logically assume which steps should come next. If that fails to fall into place as we expect it would, we can make further incorrect assumption. We might believe that since our plan didn't work out per our expectation, it must somehow mean that it won't work at all. That is this is why people fail in manifesting. Did you get that? The lunar mother possesses spiritual understanding at a different level of awareness. She knows of your intent. She recognizes that the divine is permitting you to create what it is you want to bring to life upon the earth, but that there are stages of the creative process that must be honored. She reminds you to trust in the sacred feminine wisdom expressed in the idea that it is darkest before the dawn. Did you hear that? Darkest before the dawn. This wisdom is symbolically enacted in the natural world, whereby an ending and the uncertainty that can accompany it, the night must fall before the new cycle of creation. The day can begin. On a practical level, this guidance asks us to keep the faith, acting when we can act, and resting when we can rest. Did you hear that? Act when we can act and rest when we can rest. You're not failing on what you're manifesting when you need to rest, when you need to pause. Does that make sense? It guides us not to lose our heart, even during times when not much seems to be happening. New Age circles often espouse the wisdom of following the path of least resistance based on the ancient Chinese philosophy of the Tao. This wise teaching is often misrepresented to mean that if things get difficult, one is on the wrong path. That would be a most unhelpful creed to live by, as it would cause you to turn away whenever things become challenging, rather than staying true to your path no matter what may come. I can tell you stories about how hard me getting to New York was to get to the house. And most people would have said, it's a sign it won't work. But then the numerology was telling me different things. The synchronicities of other things, while there were burdens pushing against me, but there are points where you push back. You want what you want, and you have to ask yourself, what is my desire in line with my soul, in line with how will it benefit the collective if I receive this, if this is given to me? You should always ask yourself, if I'm going to be in union with my twin, how does this benefit my collective? If I'm going to own this house, how does it benefit the collective? If I'm going to start a business, how does it benefit the collective? How can I be of service? Does that make sense? Okay. That would be a most unhelpful creed to live by, as it would cause you to turn away whenever things became challenging, rather than staying true to your path, no matter what you may come. A more useful interpretation of that wisdom is not to resist the natural cycle of creation. This means accepting the symbolic night, during which we cannot act, we cannot see, we have to rest and be patient, having faith that the day will dawn at the right time. Thus, we do not insist on immediate manifestation directed by our personal opinion about how, why, when, and where. Instead, we believe that the universe honors our right to create and is working with us intelligently to bring to life the yearnings of our hearts. The divine has a destiny intended for you. When you surrender, you are led into it. Your spiritual destiny has been crafted for you alone by Source that created you and knows you with extraordinary and unconditional loving intimacy, and wishes for you complete fulfillment with a passion that is both tender and fierce. We do all that we can do, and yet we know that we don't have to attempt to direct the divine and its mysterious workings of love. Let the Divine Mother evoke peace and reassurance for your mind and heart as you realize that her divine promise is here for you now. All things come in time, and for all things, including your dreams, there is a season. Beautiful. Okay, beautiful reading. Any questions or comments? What was your download on that? It's interesting too that I just did a couple of videos on manifesting and this came up. Quite interesting. So it's about patience. It's about releasing. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I remember I saw a woman park her car. I'll never forget this. It was a Mini Cooper, pepper white with black pillars, right? It was a car. And I said, that will be my next car. That's it. I just said it, owned it, and walked away. Didn't think of it until 2 years later when that was exactly my next car. Just saying. So holding on with fear or anxiety will neutralize it from not happening. If you use the 369 and you can get it, you can look at the videos that I put together on the house. You can look at the property that I now have. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because it's important that you understand that I could have quit a long time ago. I could have said, well, the market's bad. There's no way. There are bidding wars. There's a very few properties available, things of that nature. And yet that's not, yes, I know. Yeah, I've heard of Greg Braden. I don't know him personally. When I say I know him, it means I've seen many of his videos. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Surrender and trust. He's an author who writes about this stuff. Yeah. The thing, but let me tell you something. He's not the one that influenced me. I'm going to give credit to where credit's due. The man who influenced me and me understanding the holographic universe and the power of manifestation wasn't Greg Braden. It was John Kehoe, who wrote the book Mind Power into the 21st Century. I read that book, I think 15, 20 times, at least. And every single person I told to buy that book came back to me, grabbed my arm going, Tony, that was, that was an amazing book. And it's like a small novella of a book, right? It's like less than 150 pages. Each chapter is about 3 pages. So you could read it every night or every morning. And it's incredible. And because he's the one that explained in succinct terms that the universe is a feeling universe. And that changed the game for me. I was like, done. Oh my God. The next thing I did years later, that's years later, I did a lot of ceremony, a lot of 369, a lot of all kinds of different things. And, life happens. You got to remember, in between what you desire, right? Manifesting your business or whatever the hell, or beloved or health or whatever you're looking to manifest. There's the business of your karmic purpose here. And what you chose to do in first, some of the karma that you want to unravel, the dharma that you want to experience to help unravel the karma, things of that nature. So it does happen. When looking for a new job, I wrote a letter to source with my budget, got exactly what I needed. That's a beautiful share. Thank you, Jennifer. Beautiful share. I'm going to repeat it. When looking for a new job, I wrote a letter to source with my budget, got exactly what I needed. Fantastic. So now we're going to go right into your reading with the tarot cards, and I'm going to read right away. And so I'm getting a sense that I need you guys to understand, if you guys are in union, not many of you are, but if you are in union, then I'm going to go ahead and tell you that this might not be for you, but you might be able to pick up some good points on this reading. The question is, for you who are in separation with your high-level soulmate or twin flames, right? What is that you need to understand about the separation? We're going to go with that, okay? And when you're ready, I need you to tell me when to stop by simply saying right, left, or middle. Just say right, left, or middle, and the majority wins, okay? All right, let's begin. Why am I going through? Why is this happening? Left. I'm going to stop shuffling. Left. Majority wins. Who else? Who's next? Should we do? Okay, right. Okay, right. Okay. All right, going right. All right, let's go right into it. I'm going to do the Celtic cross. Let me do that real quick. Let me throw it, and I'll read it to you. All right. Okay. Recent past, you're looking at wanting to go into calmer waters through the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is water energy. It's emotional energy. It encompasses Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. But I'm seeing it as an energy, not so much as a sun sign. And so moving into calmer waters, a lot of emotions, hoping to find peace somewhere, settling your head. Crowning the reading is the Four of Pentacles. It's a miserly energy. It's known as the miserly energy, but what it really means is that you're holding on to material concerns. You're holding on to shit too tightly. You're like a white knuckle grip is what they're showing me, like a white knuckle grip on material ideas. Maybe the material ideas are duty. What will people think? Will this ever work? In other words, second guessing and doubting and wanting not the ground to fall from beneath your feet. And you can't, this is not how you can live your life. Okay, so whatever's happening in your separation, you're holding on too tightly. Strength card is here, which is number 8, Leo energy. And strength, honestly, is the maiden. The maiden is the soul, and the lion is the ego. And there's a fight between the ego and the soul. It's literally a battle. It's like almost like an exorcism, I would say. Crossing the reading, judgment. Judgment, there's something that's going to come back, but it's being stifled by you holding on too tight. 3 of Wands, the portals are opening. Something else is coming in. There's an opportunity. Page of Pentacles is it's a messenger. Again, aligned with 6 of Pentacles, learning how to balance, give and take, into the 7 of Pentacles, which is outside your concern, which means that this person's trying to figure out, what should I invest in? Where should I plant my seeds? Should I go with this person? Should they go with you? What should they do? In the area, 9th position, and what you fear is the Tower. It's a fear. It's not happening. And the last card is 11, which is justice. And justice is righting the wrongs. And so what I want to do is clarify some of these cards, because basically the message here is that you need to let go. You need to somehow become transcendental in not being filled with anxiety and remorse and what ifs on your twin flame journey. In other words, the separation, the punishment that you're receiving is really by your own hands, your own thoughts. Does that make sense so far? It's not very brutal, but if you continue in this course, it's going to get worse. Tell me about the Strength card. Why is it here? 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles can be third party. It can also mean a mastery. I don't see mastery. I don't buy that it's mastery. So I'm going to say third party. Third party isn't always another person. Sometimes third party is the 4 of Pentacles. For example, holding on too tight. Knight of Swords is fast-moving messages, impulsive energy, almost impatient. Queen of Pentacles is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. But again, we got 2 queens here now, and it's being a grounded energy. It's being stable and fighting against the Knight of Swords energy of fast thoughts and coming up with scenarios that are really hell is in your head. You're creating your own hell. 4 of Pentacles, why is it here? 8 of Wands is fast-moving energy. Again, Knight of Pentacles is asking you to slow it down. 9 of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles is an uneven, it's an imbalance of power. We should have a King of Pentacles, not a knight. A knight is like a young boy. It's like a 19-year-old boy. The message is slow but sure-footed. And there is a transformation happening with Temperance. So between Temperance, which is Angel Michael, pretty much going through a very soft transformation for yourself and your twin, you've got Judgment that is asking to bring you guys back together. There's an opportunity coming. Let's find out why Judgment is sideways. 3 of Wands again. 3 of Wands to the 3 of Wands, crossing Judgment. They're saying the portals have opened. What are you doing? 7 of Wands is defensive energy. Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups. Do you see what's happening here? Queen of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles. Imbalance of power. Queen of Cups to the Knight of Cups. It's an offer of love. Don't get me wrong. But it's an imbalance of power. It is not a King of Cups. It is a Queen of, it's a Knight of Cups. So it's like a 34-year-old woman having an affair with a 21-year-old. Does that make sense? And I mean that on a spiritual level. There's an imbalance of power, an imbalance of frequency, an imbalance of understanding. Does that make sense? Any questions so far? Mind Power into the 21st Century by John Kehoe. All right, Page of Pentacles. Why is that here? Page of Pentacles, there's a lot of pentacles. There's a lot of earthly 3D concerns here in this reading. 10 of Pentacles is legacy, marriage, commitment, emerging of families. Into the 8 of Cups, walking away. Into the Hierophant, wanting something different, wanting something that is traditional, different, but it's still aligned with tradition. So, for example, if you're twin, in fact, I just had a call with a client we're going to do a reading next week. And the person that she's, is a soulmate is basically a free spirit, as she put it. And he doesn't want to commit to anything and nothing. He's just a free soul. He's just bumping into the walls. He's unconscious, basically. And that's my humble opinion. Because that's not a free spirit. A free spirit is a man or a woman that locks eyes with a person and goes, let's do this. I don't know. I can't promise you tomorrow, but fuck, you're my love. Let's do this. Let's commit. Let's build a vegetable garden. Let's travel the world on backpack. Fuck it. Let's have a baby. I don't know. I might not be here next year, meaning I might not be there physically. I may be unenlivened. I may drop my body. I don't know. But that's a free spirit. A free spirit is not someone who's afraid of commitment. I'm sorry. It's just on the side note. Okay? Does that make sense? Did you get that title, Brandon? Mind Power into the 21st Century by John Kehoe. Let's continue. Any questions on this reading so far? Six of Pentacles. Why is that here? Six of Pentacles is an imbalance of power, an imbalance of giving and receiving. So one of you could be overgiving. Overgiving of your energy, overgiving of your thoughts, overgiving. Four of Cups is an opportunity being ignored, and it's an emotional. It's like I don't want that. I don't care if a new love is coming. I'm ignoring it. Hangman is I'm not doing anything about it, and Ten of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles. Honestly, that's a good sign, because Six of Pentacles is going, look, I'm overgiving, or I'm not or I'm being breadcrumbed. Four of Cups is saying there's an opportunity that I'm offering, and this person is not taking it. Hangman is seeing things from a different perspective. Let me see this situation through an eagle's eye view, right? As if you were seeing your life from above, from an objective gaze, right? And Ten of Cups is a really good sign, because Ten of Cups is emotional fulfillment and commitment. It's finding your situation changed by you saying, this is what I want. But the problem is, this is what I want, but how will it happen? Nine of Wands, wounded warrior. I'm so exhausted. Ten of Wands, I have burdens to drop. Two of Pentacles, again, juggling earthly concerns. I'm not seeing a lot of swords here. Swords would be a lot of thoughts. But what I'm seeing is you trying to find logic, and how will I get to the Ten of Cups? How will it show up? It's funny too, because we just did the Oracle reading of don't worry how it shows up, right? On what you manifest. Don't worry about the timing. And so you're being shown the promised land, but you're going, but I don't know how to get there. How will I get there? How will I get there? It's like, don't worry. And so the Two of Pentacles is juggling your duties in this particular timeline, your priorities, and also your concerns as to how will it work. How will it work? Tell me more about this, please. The fight between the ego and the soul. Three of Cups to the Hangman. In some of your cases, there could be a third party. Tell me more about the Three of Cups. Am I correct when I say that? Seven of Swords. Yep. Seven of Swords is lying, cheating, stealing, typically. The Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Wands. The Seven of Wands, there is some fuckery. Something's not being revealed. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, and you will win. Six of Wands is a conquering hero. You've triumphed over something that seemingly was impossible to triumph over. So have faith in that. Seven of Pentacles, they're not sure if they want to invest. The Star, healing energy. Eight of Swords, prison of their own minds. And here comes the Four of Pentacles again. What the fuck? It's like, you're both reflecting each other's concerns and trying to figure out if it's going to work. You want healing, you want happiness, and yet the Eight of Swords is prison of your own mind. You are your worst enemies, both of you. Four of Pentacles, holding on to miserly ideas. It's very lack consciousness. Well, how will we make it work? And how will we? And I have two kids, and he has three kids, and how is it going to happen? Is it possible? And your job is to just desire the outcome and not worry about what paths you are led to make that outcome happen. Your job is to desire and surrender, okay, and trust. Tell me more about justice, righting the wrongs. Tell me more about this. The Queen of Swords, air energy. Have you noticed that we're all getting queens and knights? There's an imbalance of frequency. You're not a frequency match. That's another reason why you're being... I did, and it's ordered. Thank you. You're welcome. The Queen of Swords is air energy, which is Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. You've got three queens here. The Queen of Pentacles, grounded energy. The Queen of Cups, emotional love. And the Queen of Swords, a thought. You know, she's like thinking all the time. Tell me more. The High Priestess. Tell me more about the High Priestess. The Ace of Cups. Fantastic. Okay. So this is interesting. This is a new twist on the Queen of Swords that I'm going to share with you right now. The Queen of Swords to the High Priestess to the Ace of Cups. The Queen of Swords is mentally manifesting, visually manifesting, and aligning herself with her crown chakra and the universe. So to get something going, a thought has to occur, right? The mind, right? Here we have the Queen of Swords, right? The mind comes in, says, I want this. And how do I get it? And then goes into psychic energies and goes into 5D and connects with Source and co-creates, High Priestess, to create what? An Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is new love. If you're in separation, it is going to be new love because you've been in separation. I don't care if it's a week, a month, a year. It's new love. Tell me more about the Ace of Cups. Is this an assured outcome? The King of Pentacles. Hello. Did you hear me? Did you notice that we only had knights and now we have a king? And a King of Pentacles, what does that mean? It means that now he's connected to the Queen of Pentacles. These are grounded, reliable energies. So it's a yes. So what I'm saying is a yes. So it's union. Into the Two of Cups. You can't make this shit up. And if you're and okay, here's the shadow. Two of Cups is soulmate connection, twin flames. And then I threw in Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords showing up? I'm going to ask. Why is the Three of Swords showing up? What's going on? The Five of Swords, mental conflict. The King of Cups comes in. What some of you are going to have to make a decision, and it's going to create conflict around your environment. Okay? And that's exactly what's going to happen. And hello, King. Exactly. Jen, thank you. And does that make sense? So to be together, okay, it's not a walk in the park. It's not, oh yeah, kumbaya, everyone's excited for you. They're so happy you're in love. No, you're going to piss people off. But emerging out of that is the King to the Queen of Pentacles, to the Two of Cups, to the fuckery of the Three of Swords. And that fuckery is meaning probably divorce for some of you, probably saying, I choose you, my twin, and I'm not going to keep playing games like I don't love you. And that means it's going to hurt people. It's going to hurt you guys as well because you're good people. You're not here to harm other people. Into the Queen, the King of Cups to the Queen of Cups. It's actually a hell of a journey. And it's a journey of courage, bravery, integrity, compassion, and patience. Any questions on that so far? Any questions? Oh, thank you, Empress, for the rose. I didn't see it. I was like looking at the cards. Giving it to God, I surrender. I was holding on so tightly, it started destroying me. Yeah, when you hold on too tightly, you're actually squeezing. Just think of whenever you're about to hold on too tightly and see, imagine you squeezing a kitten. Okay? Bring that image. It will and you would squeeze the very breath out of a kitten. That should scare the shit out of you. That's actually what you're doing to the energy of you and your twin. You're squeezing the breath out of this fragile connection. Does that make sense? And so be careful with that. Breathe into it. Work on your chakras. Chant mantras of release, of blockages release. There's tons of mantras. There's no excuse. We prefer Sanskrit because, again, as I always say in my lives and with my clients, Sanskrit is considered by NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory. It is known as a mathematical language. It is exact. They use it. Andromeda. I really appreciate that. So sweet. The Passion Rose. That's awesome. I've never had that before. So any questions or comments? Anything at all? I'm going to do one more reading, and then we'll call it a day. and then I will upload this so you guys can check it out. If you missed part of it, you'll be able to get, the whole recording on my YouTube channel. All right, one more. What we're going to ask is, what is the message you have for the twins right now that are on this live and that will listen to this live later on in months to come? What is the message you have for them? When you guys are ready, pick right, left, or middle. Would be cool for some of it. Well, there's not enough of you in union, and but I'll do it next time. I promise you. I'll promise you. But what do you guys need to know? Because there's a lot of people suffering that are in separation. The ones of us who are in union, we're lucky. We don't really need that much support, to be honest. Let's be honest. That described the twins so far. Thank you. So middle, right? How many middles do we have? Okay, we're going middle. We're going middle. It's decided middle. All right. The Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning is upon you. Into the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is crossing the energy. And the Two of Swords is a woman with a blindfold. She won't see shit. She's got swords across her chest and a hurricane is coming at her and she will not get up. She does not want to see, but it's crossing the energy, which means she's basically, it's a neutralized energy, thank God. Queen of Pentacles is here. Let me just finish up this and let me throw it all together and then I'll read it to you. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Kick ass. Kick ass. Love this reading. Okay, so recent past, Seven of Swords to the Six of Wands. That is not necessarily cheating. This is more of an energy of lying to the self, denying the obvious. And it creates a burden. There's a man carrying he's carrying 5 swords and there are 2 on the ground. It's a burden. And goes right into the Six of Wands, a conquering hero. That's the foundation. It's somebody who's gone into multiple battle, is returning, winning the war. Okay? The war of the hearts. Crowning the reading, 4 swords. 4 swords is healing from a 3 of swords energy, a broken heart, a betrayal, hurting other people. So this is a healing energy. It's a reclusive energy. It could be even depression. It could be illness. Sometimes, when you're in separation with your twin, it makes you sick, like quite literally physically sick. But in the position of 1, which is about you, the current, we're looking at the Ace of Pentacle, a new beginning in 3D. Again, the 2 of Swords, to recap, is crossing the energy. We don't really care about it, thank God. Queen of Pentacles shows up to the Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is a grounded, earthy energy. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Beautiful. We love that. And she's reliable. She's solid. She's not disturbed by anything. And then here comes the Knight of Pentacles, a slow-moving energy, a messenger that is offering something that may take a while. Aunt Melba sent you a check for $10 million. Dear old Melba, she's 75. She put a 47 cent stamp on the envelope and sent you that check snail mail. You're about to lose your shit. You can't believe she just did that. But she tells you, the check is good, dear. Don't worry, it'll get there. The U.S. Postal Office has never failed. And you're like biting your nails, looking at the post box every day to make sure the check comes. And it does. It's good. That's what Nine of Pentacles is saying. There's an offer coming. It's solid. It's fantastic. The Emperor energy is interesting because it's coming in your energy, Aries energy. And it's interesting because it's a go-getter energy. It's a can-do energy. It can be a fucked energy sometimes, but I don't see it being that badly. And I'll tell you why, and I'm just going to jump ahead because right above that, the last card is the Empress. Emperor to the Empress. It's fantastic. So it's the yin and the yang. It's the twin flame energy. It's the divine couple. Okay? So let me recap. So Emperor energy is here. We love that. Queen of Wands is here. So now we have a king, a Queen of Pentacles to the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is fire energy, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. But it's a go-getter CEO energy of your life. You're becoming the CEO of your life. Sometimes it can mean, and I'm going to clarify that, it can mean another woman, just the mistress type of deal, okay? In the area of the 9th position, or what you fear will happen, is the 4 Cups, which we saw in the first reading. And the 4 Cups is your fear is that they will refuse an offer. And finally, the last card is the Empress, which is Libra, Taurus energy. And it's beautiful because it's the cornucopia of abundance. It's the wish fulfillment. It represents the 4 queens. So let me go ahead and, You clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Why is that here? Six of Swords moving into calmer waters. Ace of Cups. We love this. Three of Swords. Yeah, something's about to give. Because you've got a brand new beginning. You're moving into calmer waters. Love is offered to you through this connection. And what you need to understand is you need to understand, do you want to do the Three of Swords energy? You'll have a choice between, I'm going to be honest, cheating impulsively, which is Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is an impulsive move to the Two of Cups. Tell me more about this. And it will become a burden, Ten of Wands. Be careful. If your twin runs back to you, educate them. Okay? Don't just fall into bed with them and go, oh, yes, yes, I know that if he has sex with me or she has sex with me and I can make love to her, she'll understand who I am. And she'll understand my value. Not if your twin is a 3D twin. That's not happening. So what you have to do is decide not to be impulsive. Three of Swords to the Knight of Swords to this new love coming. To the Two of Cups, clearly there's a connection because it will be a burden. It will weigh on you. You will hurt people, as I said in the last reading. But hurting people is saying, I am leaving this marriage. I am leaving this to be with you. That's a hurt. But cheating, I'm just going to be blunt with you. Doing that is giving them the opportunity to keep doing that. You're still an option. And this is very dicey what I'm saying. Because in some situations, this sexual connection that you're having with your twin, who is aligned with your frequency, who is your match 4 to 5D, right? That's going to be a different scenario because they're not using you and they're not confused that you're not who you are to each other. Does that make sense? But when you're having sex with a 3D twin and that you've never given them any information, I'm not talking about you telling them about them being twins. Okay, don't fucking do that. That's ridiculous. What you're going to do is educate them as to what the connection is on a soul level, about spirituality, about reincarnation, about soul contracts, about manifesting. My God, use manifesting as the first point of spiritual connection with your twin. Wake them up using backdoor systems. Okay? Because if they keep running at you thinking, oh, well, it's a one-off, it's the sex with him, her is incredible. But they have no clue about past life, reincarnation, karma, this, that, and the other. They're going to constantly come back to you as the other person, as the lover. Okay? And they're not going to realize that what this is, until sex is off the table, your 3D twin, they're going, wait, hang on. It's been a year since I've contacted. I still can't stop thinking about them. Well, it's not because of the sex, because the sex is not here. What is this then? Because I haven't had sex with this person in 6 months, 3 months, whatever. Why am I still obsessed with this person? See, now we're having some good questions. Now your twin who's a runner is asking the right questions. Does that make sense? Now they're prime. Think of fertilizing your lawn, okay, before you, or fuck the lawn, fertilizing your plot of land before you plant your crops. Fertilize your twin. Do you understand what I'm saying? Start the process of their awakening. Because if you do it by saying, oh my God, you're my twin, we're twin flames, and they research this shit and come across Twin Flame Universe, the shows that really show us as idiots, I'm just being honest, they show you and I as twin flames and twin rays as if we've made it up and we're part of cults. Yeah, you don't want to go there, okay? One day, they will come to you and say, I think we're high-level soulmates, or I think we're even more than soulmates. What do you think? And you can say, yeah, we are. What are we? Well, there's a thing called and then you go right into the Plato theory. Go right into Plato, okay? Meaning talk about what Plato said about the split of the souls. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I hope it does. All right, let's continue. 4 Swords, why is that here? What do you guys have to learn as you are in separation, okay? What do you have to learn? 4 Swords to the Page of Wands, which is communication. 7 of Wands is defensive energy, defending oneself. And 8 of Cups is saying, I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm out. I don't want this anymore. Tell me more about the 8 of Cups. What are they doing? What are they walking away to? Page of Wands. Passion and communication. Yeah, what's happening is the Four of Swords, and where you're going to be healing from, licking your wounds and healing, is that you will have communication with your twin. You will be, what is it, protecting yourself, right? Seven of Wands. You will want to walk away. They'll want to walk away, and the communication will continue. Page of Wands to the Page of Wands. It's a bookend of passion and communication. Tell me more about the Two of Swords. What's going on here? The Queen of Wands to the Queen of Wands. We've got two Queen of Wands. The Lover's a choice. Oh yeah, it's exactly what I said. It's the other woman, the other lover, a woman, man, it doesn't matter. So here we have the Queen of Wands to, remember, Two of Swords, she's blindfolded, she doesn't want to see, but it's a neutralized energy. Queen of Wands is the other person, the other lover. The Lovers is a choice. Make a choice, and the choice will not be made for a while. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. You can't make this shit up. It's insane. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Why is she here? The Empress, the High Priestess. Holy shit. The High Priestess. Holy shit. Queen of Pentacles is a grounded, gorgeous energy who is like Mother Gaia, a High Priestess. The High Priestess is a psychic energy. She gets downloads. She understands the telepathy. She feels what her twin feels. But here we come with the Devil to the King of Swords. The Devil to the King of Swords is your twin bastardizing the connection. And the Devil is the monkey mind. The King of Swords is a very analytical, cold energy. It's a frequency of it's not logical. Make it make sense. 2 + 2 = 4, and my God, 2 + 2 = 4 in a soulmate connection that has spanned billions, trillions of years. 2 + 2 = 4. In other words, this is a person that's completely entrenched, boots cemented in 3D. And it's their, and people do it all the time. They'll go through an evolution. I remember my uncle believed in reincarnation. And then years later saying, I don't believe in reincarnation. I got him back, thank God. But the point is, I said, what the fuck? What do you mean you don't believe in reincarnation? You've excavated massive shit on reincarnation. You know it's for real. You know it's all about the truth. You know you've had experience. You know you've talked to all kinds of people about it. Now suddenly you're not going to believe it because why? Because you've decided it's not convenient. Do you get what I'm saying? People will regress, okay? So this is going to be a problem. Tell me more about the Devil here. I'm getting another deck. The Hangman, seeing things from a different perspective. The Knight of Wands, perfect, love it. And I'll tell you why I love it. Because the Knight of Wands is this revolving door energy. And here we go again with the imbalance of power. The Knight of Wands, knight, not a king, to the Queen of Wands. Remember our last reading. Hopefully you'll get the recording on YouTube today. And the Nine of Pentacles is being in your power. So while your twin is doing this wishy-washy bullshit, with their devil energy and their minds and their Knight of Wands bullshit and all that, you're in your power with the Knight of Pentacles. You're saying, yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. You know, when you can make a decision. Meanwhile, I'm living my life. I'm writing my book. I'm touring the country. I've started my business. I've bought a house. Whatever the hell is going on with you, you're not putting any hold on your life at all, okay? Knight of Pentacles to the Two of Wands is a slow-moving energy to the Two of Wands. You've got the world in your hand, and yet you're not moving forward because you don't know what to do. Into the Queen of Cups, it's to the Tower. It's a volatile energy, volatile. I mean, like intense stuff going on here. And when the Tower happens is when there's too much emotions. That is not the emotion of the soul, but the emotion of the monkey mind. Does that make sense, what I just said? If it doesn't make sense, please tell me to make it make sense, okay? Makes sense. Been in separation for almost 2 years, but we both have acknowledged who we are. Beautiful. That's so true. My twins first said we were soulmates. The conversation developed. Exactly. Yes, it makes sense. Okay, great. So that's what's happening. So I'm not going to clarify. Let's clarify the Emperor. Let's look at what the Emperor is doing. The Emperor to the Queen of Cups again. So the Emperor is a stoic energy that you're putting out. You're the Emperor. Into the Queen of Cups. Be careful, because here we have with the Devil. The Devil is second guessing. Remember the card, the Oracle card I read on the moon, okay? Meaning don't start second guessing, backpedaling, and denying that this is a twin flame because it's hurting the shit out of you. Just know that it's your twin flame. Trust what's happening. because it becomes a devil energy. So you've got the devil energy twice, which is a concern to the Three of Cups. Don't play into just having your twin by any means necessary, including being breadcrumbed into an affair that is not going to sustain you, because your twin that you're having an affair with is 3D, not 5D. Does that make sense? There are situations where your twin is 4D, 5D, and they're staying in a situation because if they don't, it could harm the children in ways you can't even imagine. Okay? Maybe the wife is an alcoholic. Maybe the husband is a massive alcoholic and he's an attorney, he's a litigator, and he has so much fucking money that he could bury you alive if you tried to divorce him and take the kids. That shit has happened. And so the person has to stay and have a half-life with you. That doesn't, but they're fully aware you're a twin flame. They're fully aware of your mission, and they're trying to figure out when will this end? I've got, one is 12, one is 9. We got 8 more years. Okay? Or 7 more years. That does happen. It's sad. But there are people that are that evil that they would do that to their person, to the point where they would rather have child protective services have the kids than you. Okay? I'm just being real. There's all kinds of scenarios. So when I say, I'm not shaming you when if you guys need to get together with your twin under the cover of night. Let's just put it that way. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I hope it does. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, listen to what your scenario is and pick the scenario. All the scenarios I've described in this reading so far, pick yours and make sure that you honor and you're honest with yours. Okay? All right, let's continue. Let's go right into the Queen of Wands. We have the second Queen of Wands into the Four of Swords, healing energy. Into the Hierophant, I want traditional. I want something that's traditional. I'm going to manifest it with the Magician. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. It's the highest level of spiritual awakeness. Okay? It's an evolution. And the Magician saying, I am spiritually awake. I know what this is. I will not wish harm on anyone. I will visualize me and my twin together having an amazing life, combining our families, or whatever your situation is, whatever that is for you. And last card, the Empress. Let's clarify that. The Three of Swords, broken heart, betrayal, Six of Cups, Eight of Swords. Okay, here's the deal. Some of you are replaying past life scenarios. Six of Cups to the Three of Swords to the Eight of Swords to the Empress. Three of Swords is a betrayal. Eight of Swords is prison of your own mind. Six of Cups is thinking back on your person. It's also returning. It means returning, something coming back. It also means past life. And when I look at the Empress and those 3 other cards, I'm seeing an energy of you guys. Some of you are playing out some past life, some scars. In other words, your twin running and everything happening and the blockages that have occurred and creating the separation is from a past life loop that you have not stepped out of. Think of it as a loop, okay? And you need to hack out of the loop. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Any questions on that? The power is there though. You've been confirmed. Empress to the king, to the emperor. That's badass. Let me continue. Magician to the high priestess. Twin flame energy, my friends. It's there. But the problem is that there are, how do we get out of the loop? By not allowing your suffering to continue beyond, they're giving me 6 months. Not 6 years, because I'm going to tell you something. I know people who have suffered this separation shit for 6 years. I'm going to be honest. When I separated from my twin at 18, I did not suffer. I mused about him. There was a safety valve apparently in me, okay? And when we separated again in 2008, I did not suffer, okay? When we separated in 2021, oh fuck. Yeah, I suffered. And it almost lasted a year. And that's not good at all. I could barely function. I'm just being very real with you. And because I saw so much shitty content on Twin Flames is when I started creating content. I mean, I'm not the only one creating great content. Don't get me wrong. Some of my greatest coaches out there, I started, researching our twin flame connection because my twin told me that we were high level soulmates. He told me, I didn't tell him. And I started researching a lot of these amazing coaches on YouTube back in 2014. But what I'm saying is, when the COVID lockdown happened, there were people starting their businesses on the twin flame pain. That's what I'm going to call it, on the twin flame pain. And I saw the fuckery. And when I went out of my dark night of the soul, which my son had massive compassion for me and was really helping me out. Just remember, my twin is not his father, okay? So just understand how amazing he was at the age of 21, 22, helping me out of my grief. And of course, it was creating conflict as well, but we both made it out. But long story short, that's when I decided to do content on a more global scale, if that makes sense. Because I was like, this is ridiculous. Some of this shit is Ken and Barbie, and they're talking about twin rays, not twin flames. Everything they're saying about the hunky-dory, happy-go-lucky, we have no issues, there are no third parties, there is no bullshit. That's twin ray reality. That's not. It has nothing to do with us as twin flames. I'll tell you. I've consulted with clients who have called me because they wanted to know what they were. And I remember, I'll never forget this particular woman who's British, who cutie pie. You wouldn't believe what a cutie pie she was. And she said, "My God, it finally makes sense." I go, "Yeah, because you're not twin flames, you're twin rays." She goes, "Oh my God, I could feel some of the things, the telepathy and the sexuality, all of that was, but the rest, the conflicts, it wasn't us." And I go, "Well, because you're not twin flames, you're twin rays." And she was like, "Oh my God." So she called me back the following day and she said, "I spoke to my husband and told him everything you said. And he said, yes, that's what we are." It felt right to him. And the label felt right to him and what it meant. So half of the shit that's out there saying, well, it's not your twin flame if they're not toxic. If they're addicted to something, they're not your twin flame. If they're cheating on you, they're not your twin flame. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's twin ray. You see what I'm saying? And that's a problem because there's only 144. You didn't get it wrong. Any given time of twin rays, there is 144,000 of twin flames at any given time. And I've talked about it again and again and again. And I urge you to look at my lives that I upload on YouTube, okay? There's tons of, in fact, I did a live yesterday. That was a late night live. That was really, really cool. Thank you for sharing your story. I wish I could exit the loop without hurting my loved ones and children. Well, but you don't have to. You don't have to. You have to see the timing. Again, if you miss my oracle reading, I want you to listen to it again and again, okay? The oracle reading talks about divine timing, but it really fleshes it out beautifully. So I'd like you to listen to the beginning of this reading later on today, okay? And any other questions, please? Any other questions or comments, please, on the reading? Any other questions or comments? So, okay, I will listen again. Absolutely. Okay, so if you have missed the live, it will be uploaded in a few hours. I've uploaded the live from last night, which I think helped a lot of people, believe it or not. So I urge you to go on my YouTube channel. That live was about what you need to understand about twin flames. I also urge you to look at the egregore. Sometimes I'm going to see if I can upload the egregore live again, which was with Andromeda Flame and my son. It was fantastic. And I'm going to try to upload it again because sometimes, I'm going to be blunt, YouTube fucks with my TikTok lives, okay? Yes, I know it's not your story. Exactly. So that's going to be important. You saw me last night. That's fantastic. Thank you. Definitely look at that. But us that are in union, honestly, I don't think we need, I mean, personally me, on a life like this, I think that the ones suffering need more support than us who are in union. We don't need to be coddled. We're fine. There's no problem. We don't need a lot of messages. The ones suffering, they're barely getting out of bed, some of them. And they definitely need to know that it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And they're on their way to becoming more and more transcendental. Does that make sense? All right. All right, my loves. I'm going to check on my twin, see how he's doing, see if he needs to eat, things of that nature. And then I want to send you much love on your journey. I will upload this and you guys can check it out. Okay. And honey, if you want to do a reading with me, it's I do a 1 hour reading and it's $108. And one card is not going to get you really anything. So if you want a reading, go on my profile page, go ahead and fill out the intake form, and we'll go ahead and do a reading. But I really don't like to do individual card readings because it's not going to give you what you need. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. What will give you what you need actually is, and I might do that again soon, is where I do the numerology, the life path, and the way I do it is a little different than what you've been experiencing out there, what you've been seeing. And I can do that, and that's usually it's $15 for one person, and if you add your twin, it's another $4, so it's $19. And then we can go ahead and do the reading on you and your twin, and that the numerology on a live is more likely going to be accurate than me pulling out a card. Does that make sense? So that's what I want you to know. Okay, all right. So I'm not going to hit you up for a reading, Athena. I'm not going to contact you personally. If you want to contact me, I'm on you've got to go on my profile page or go on tonybarca.com. I'm going to send you the, my website, and you're welcome to go on there. But I don't do one card readings because I think, no offense, it's bullshit. It's for entertainment purpose. Have fun with it, but I don't believe in them. I don't. Okay? I'm very careful. I am not going to take on karma by giving you a reading on a one card and make you think that that's the facts, and throwing you in a trajectory that's the wrong direction because of me wanting to make $5 on a one card reading, or even for free. That's karma. Okay, I won't take on for anyone. Okay, but in terms of numerology on this kind of system, yeah, it won't fail you. I know for a fact you're gonna get some good information. Okay, all right, my loves. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support, Jennifer. Sending you much love, Jennifer. Thanks again for supporting us. And we are offering a Tantra class on Sunday at 2 p.m. East Coast time, and with the Andromeda Flame, who you're just seeing right here. And the class is going to be intense. It's going to be a really exciting. And it's so intense that it's going to take 2 Sundays to cover, because there's going to be a lot of information to cover, and it's important. Tantra and sexuality and root chakra work and all chakra work, but going from the root chakra all the way up the staircase of all of that is massively important, and is quite honestly might be impacting your ability to come into union faster with your twin, not to mention awakening your twin out of 3D, out of the slumber, like Sleeping Beauty, out of the slumber of illusions into an awakeness, so they can see you with more transcendental, soulful eyes, not egoic eyes. Does that make sense? Okay, Oh, thank you. I'm excited too. That's like, I love that stuff. Anyway, all right, namaste. Be well. Take care.